evening, YouTubers! Happy New Year! This is TLD Flyer Tyler 658 Ultimate here, and I will be showing you, as part of Jordan Tyler Love's art tutorial, how to draw the Fab Star from the Wonder Years and Great American Family, the one, the only, beautiful, yet talented, and very, very intelligent star, Miss Danica McKellar. Is everybody ready? Okay, then, we shall begin. So basically, um, now that we've gotten back to where we were before, um, we've got the pen tool, we've got the picture ready, and we've got the correct size. So we'll start off with her hair. So remember, if you haven't known how to go around by now, you should have gotten this in my last video of how to draw both Alexis Bledel and Miss Chloe Feynman and Alana Eubank a few weeks back. But in case you haven't, I'll start with the basics for those who are new here to TLD Flyer Tyler 658 Ultimate. Okay, without further ado, we shall get on with it. So we draw around her hair. I think this is an old picture from the 2010s, I believe. So this isn't actually a recent picture, but it's the best picture I could find for just such an occasion. Okay. Hopefully I'll show you how to draw Miss Sarah Paxton or someone British that you may not know. But for those of you who are used to American celebs, I'll stick to them for now. Maybe I'll do a voice actor within a few weeks or so. I don't know. I'll have to see. I did say I was going to do Melanie Minakino or voice actress Christina Malizia, but that's another story, yeah? So yeah, we'll just go around her hair, make sure that we are in between the corners so that we don't mess anything up. But like I said in my last video, we all make mistakes. Even if we go around and we don't get it right the first time, there is always another time. It doesn't have to be perfect on your first try. Heck, I still don't have one of them drawing pads, but I've learned to improvise. And thing is, it's always good to improvise regardless of what you have. You know, ever heard of the term count your blessings? Doesn't exactly matter what you don't have. Let's just change the opacity a little bit so we can see the pen where it's drawing around so that it doesn't clash. But yeah, it doesn't matter if you haven't got a drawing pad or not. If you're experienced, it doesn't matter whether you're experienced or not. We all make mistakes. And thing is, I'm a beginner myself, even though I have tried to be professional since lockdown, because I've only had Critter for 4 years now, since the middle of lockdown. So, well, technically beginning of lockdown because it was summer of 2020 when I first used it. Okay, but enough about that. But yeah, so basically, for those of you who don't know the Wonder Years, or if you've seen her in a couple of other shows or movies for Great American Family, or even Hallmark with Brooke Dorsey or Lacey Chabert or Candace Cameron Bure, then yeah, then you might recognize her. Or for those who are DC fans, you might recognize her as a voice for some Warner Brothers cartoons from the 2010s, I believe. That's all I can share with you for now. But yeah, for those of you that live in the US, there was a con to do with Great American Family, which she and Candace Cameron Bure had actually attended before Christmas, I believe. Lucky for me, I can watch reruns from over here. So it's well on YouTube. So, but yeah, that's all the information I can give while I'm doing small talk. Okay. Um, as for most of the cartoons that I've been getting to know for the past couple of months, that she's been in, I've only watched one of her projects that's animated. I can't remember which one, so I'm afraid you'll have to bear with me. But I can explain what's been going on. Now, for those of you that aren't able to do round necks and stuff, now the neck can be difficult. I mean, the male neck is just as difficult because when I've tried to draw self-portrait, which I'm going to do hopefully in the new year, around mid-January, early February, I don't know, I'll have to see. Depends on how my stress moods are. But other than that, for those of you that like to draw, this is your official story if you want to learn how to draw actual celebs. I mean, drawing yourself by hand might be difficult, but drawing another person like a celebrity or anyone you want to draw, like your family member or anyone like that, it's easy just to draw based on, fact. Obviously, it's a bit more appropriate than AI technology because some AI technology on DeviantArt can be very tedious and tacky, um, to put it bluntly, if you catch my drift, so to speak. But precisely, I know exactly what you guys are on about when it comes to that. It's just to each their own, innit? Okay, now we'll start with her eyebrows and eyelashes, or should I say eyeshadow for most celebrity females. So yeah, we'll start with those first because I can never get the eyebrows done properly. I've got to admit, I can never get them done properly. And that's what kind of gets me ticked a little bit. Pardon me, French. But yeah, um, basically, if it were Candace Cameron Bure, our drawing, then it would be blonde because obviously her and Jessica St. Clair do look alike. No offense. But yeah, it does take a little time. I must warn you. So yeah. So for those who don't know how to do it properly, uh, try not to take it too personally. I mean, I might not have gotten it right the first few times, but so what if I don't? Um, each to their own, right? Like I said, not everybody gets it right in their first few drawings or art. I mean, it took me a long time to perfect my art, and I was very patient. And thing is, if it upsets you, you just got to make sure to take your time with it because there's no shame in rushing people. I mean, take me, for example. It took me ages to get used to drawing Danica's hair when I first drew her back in, believe, to have drawn her before. It was last year, I believe, about 6 months ago, back in early August, late July, I believe. I think that's when I first drew her. But yeah, Tiffany, which we'll get to in just a second, Tiffany Thiessen. Um, now, Tiffany, I've only drawn, at least tried to draw her once, but that was just a test for a special fan art that I wanted to do as part of my title cards for Glory Days. Okay, see if I can get back to the right color here. Now, for the eyes, because it's on a bigger size, you might want to change the eye size to a smaller, lesser number so that it does not clash between her eyeshadow and her delicate brown eyes. Trust me, I've seen a couple of the mathematics episodes, but I've never actually learned from her. For an actress, she is very intelligent. To be honest, in my opinion, she's actually smarter than Lady Colin. But who's debating, right? Lady Colin? Okay, I'm not going to go that far, but yeah, I mean, no offense to Mayim Bialik. I mean, I also respect her for her role in Big Bang Theory, even though I'm not a fan of that show. I do prefer Melissa Rauch anyway. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, before Mayim actually appeared on the show, Danica did guest star on the role in one episode at the time. Ms. Rauch had um, been cast and then promoted in later seasons. Okay, I think we've got the hang of it there. Just need to make sure her nose is straight so that we don't, you know. But yeah, she's looking good. She's looking good now, as she did back in the Wonder Years. I have the utmost respect for this woman. Okay, so what else do we got here? So we've got her lips. I like it when she has lip gloss on, though. It makes me feel like I admire her when she comes on to interviews and stuff. I think she's one of the bubbliest celebrity females I've ever, you know, known of since late teenhood. I mean, my family used to watch The Wonder Years, but I never watched it, so I only knew her for when she started Hallmark, I believe, before she moved to Great American Family. But The Wonder Years is you know, yeah, that's as far as I'll go with compliments because I don't want to be too inappropriate. But yeah, I think we've got it just right. Okay, so we combine those two together and we merge. Okay, so we're going to need another layer for when we're going to be doing the teeth. Now, the lips, we can just pick any color for those, but um, we know most celebs, I can never get their teeth right, which is kind of a bit tedious, but I think I might have an idea. Okay, might have a bit of a backup here. Uh, we know back in 2010, um, it took me a long time to get used to certain celebs because I was only 13. I mean, I didn't know, well, I was only 11 years old. I mean, I've known about pop culture since I was a young lad. Well, since I was about 12. I didn't know any better. And unfortunately, not everybody does. But who are we to judge, huh? Right, okay. I think we've got it. I think we've just about covered it. Okay, we'll get back to the lips in just a second. Oh, wrong, wrong size. Now, like I said, not everybody gets this. So the thing is, we know that criticism isn't everything. So don't expect to get this right away. Thing is, it takes time. You don't have to be perfect to get things done. Even I know that. And I should know because I know what happens when we brag. Alrighty then, let's get back to her lips. So her lip gloss seems a bit, I can't really tell what the colour, but I think we'll go for a nice pink. Because that's what I've seen her usually in. Nice pink. There we go. Nice pink. And now let's see. Get the teeth in there. Wow. Wow. Okay. Back to her eyes. So her eyes are hazel light brown. Obviously, like I said, I don't really do pupils. I just do the actual eye color and leave it like that. The actual beady pupil kind of been difficult. I have tried to do it. It has gotten me into a lot of controversy. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that right now, but yeah, those tend to be a little tedious. But yeah, I mean, strawberry black. Hmm. Okay, I believe we're almost done with this category. I mean, I may have a bossy attitude, but I'm only doing this for security reasons. But ooh, a bit over the edge, don't you think? Alrighty, let's see. Let's see if we can do this another way. There we go. Hmm. Yep. Hey, presto changeo, I always say. But yeah, I mean, not that I brag about my own work, but yeah, it just takes a bit of time. That's all I can say. Have a little faith and patience, I always say. Okay, now since we're adding the color, we'll add the eyes. Now remember, the eyes for most celebrity drawings have to be white for the basis, only because it suits with human pop culture art. And that's how I draw my fan art. But if you want to add the beady eye or pupils, as they're called, then obviously, then that's your choice. I'm not one to judge. However, you guys draw your fan art, whether it be anime, whether it be furry, whether it be even humans, I'm not going to judge. I am very, very, very fascinated by other people's art. When it's hand drawn, that is. Okay, now we'll just add her luscious dark brown hair. I think we'll lighten it up because I have seen it lighten up a little bit. Got to admit. Okay. Okay. Now she is one smart mathematician, this woman. I've the utmost, like I said, I know I keep bragging, but I really do have the utmost respect for her. As a celeb, that is. Don't want to go overboard. Okay. We'll go a bit into the size and change to make sure that everything is even. Alrighty. I think we're almost there. Okay, is there any other missing bits that we might have missed? Mm-hmm. No. Mm, maybe a couple over here and one over here, I believe. I know might not look as perfect, but like I said, I go on about the same thing every single day. But that's my way of small talk. Now, it's called Fashion First or a work of masterpiece. However you want to decide it, I still think it would make a very, very, very powerful piece of art, or should I say, a truly wonderful masterpiece. Okay, I think that's her arms done. Let's try that again to see if there's anything we might have missed. Okay, it's just her dress. I think we'll give it like a blue colour because that's what I've seen her in recently before Christmas. Or I might give her a red. Ah, we'll go for the red. It's what she wore for the Great American Family commercial. But Miss McKellar does tend to pull a lot of stuff off, which is very show-stopping, I gotta say. Despite her being a Christmas actress, um, yeah, I think she works everything out nicely. Okay, just need to add the background. Let's get rid of the actual uh get rid of the actual background. I say we go for a nice blue. A nice blue to make sure it goes with the essence of her red dress surroundings. And there you have it. All we got to do now is merge below. Ta-da-da! Miss Danica McKellar, folks. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. Nice looking mathematician actress, if I do say so myself. Okay, now we'll just export, go to private files and save, and we'll call this the basic title, and we'll save it as a JPEG. Now there's an other choice. If you want to make it a PNG, just have to get rid of the background. Or there's another way, make it regular color, make it just bleak, well, blank, and with her in the middle, and save it as a PNG. And we'll call this as a appropriate title and think, there we go. There we have it. Miss Danica McKellar, folks. Alrighty. I think that wraps up today's art tutorial. Stay tuned for the next three celebs, and one or two voice actors may be up in the polls. Good night, folks. Happy New Year. Jordan Tyler Love Limited will be back with brand new content soon.